So welcome everyone. This is our third and the last session on mudras. So we will be talking about mudras, and one thing about mudras, it's a long journey. It's a topic which, of course, we cannot finish in just a couple of weeks. But idea here is to get you some good, or something that if you want to pursue, then you have a good start, because this is something which is um, not only as a theory but as a practical thing. You have to practice, you have to see that what works for you. It is scientific, like we have seen before. There are some research papers, some published, a lot of like if you go to any of our, whether Veda, whether any of the scriptures and all, they are all research, but scientific research also, the way we look at things these days, is available. The impact, the benefits, do and don'ts, all kind of things are available. In fact, when you look in our uh, any of the, again, whether it's Veda, Ayurveda, or any of the scriptures, these are over generations. This is not someone just said something and we believe in it. It is done over and over and over generations. So this is really well documented, well researched topic. Now, if we look into the mudras, the where the base of it is coming from, we have 5 fingers, and each of these fingers are related to one or the other, what we call the Panchbhutas. That means the 5 elements we are all made up from. So this is something which is common to us. So that's why the mudras works for everyone. It is not specific to a person or so. And when we look at, the elements, which is the fire element, air element, water element, space, and ether, these elements basically, are the building blocks for our body. Now, scientifically, we also know the left hand stimulates the moon, or a lunar prana, which is the cooling side. The right hand stimulate the solar, which is the energetic side. So in the morning, you have to get up, you have to work. That's the solar side. In the night, you have to relax, you have to unwind things so that the body can detox in the night, body can rejuvenate in the night. That is the lunar side. So we do mudras, we do with both hands. So you are using both of your hands in doing mudras. It balances both. On a, in a very specific situation, if under a guided master, if you are advised to do differently, that's okay. But otherwise, these are the things which we can say works for most of us under most of the situation that use both hands. So what we're going to look today is some elements which will expose you the power, the beauty of mudras. We looked into Chin Mudra last time. It's one of the very common, very frequently used mudras. And Chin in Sanskrit, it means consciousness. So it evokes peace and concentration. So when you are contemplating certain issues, right, whether you are hurt by some emotions, some thoughts, you are trying to resolve them, this mudra truly helps you. Because in this mudra, we are using thumb, which is the fire element. We are using the index finger. And in this case, when you are using these, they are representing the self and the higher self. So your thumb and this index finger, in a way, it brings these two together. In this way, you are kind of, diluting your ego, because this is something which really all of us, in different form or shape, we go through this. And this is something we have to work in order to move in our spiritual journey, in our sadhana. And by uniting our individual soul with the Supreme Soul, so individual soul is your index finger, Supreme Soul is your thumb. When we are, making this mudra, we are connecting the inner with the higher self. Now, what's happening here is important is we are keeping the palm turned upward. So your palm is facing upward. So far, so simple things that, just look at it differently. Look the complexity. If we keep everything same, but just turn our palm downward. So the mudra is same, but instead of having the palm facing up, I just turn and now my palm is facing down. My mudra is still the same, but my palm is facing down. So what's happening with this? Now it's no more a chin mudra, Jnana mudra. Now, Jnana mudra is identical just with the major change that your palm is facing down. And this may be used in meditation again because of its calming, its grounding effect. Now, Jnana means knowledge, wisdom. So if you are trying to work on the wisdom, peace, clarity, communication, you may use this mudra. So this is something, again, you get the benefit of self meeting with the higher self, because we are still using the thumb and the index finger. And the other remaining three finger, we try to keep them together, right? Because those three are representing the three gunas. So the middle finger is sattva, the ring finger is rajas, and little finger is tamas. So these three gunas we are trying to, because sometimes the fingers may, separate front, back. Slowly and slowly by practice, you can keep them together. So this is important in terms of having the benefits, because when you're spending time and energy, why not get the full benefit? And this is a simple change bringing a lot of different benefits. So chin and the Jnana Mudra, you see how similar they are, yet just by little change, you can bring a totally different benefit to you. So it depends. You're working on your thoughts or you're working on your wisdom, and you can switch between these two. Then let's look into another very important aspect of mudras. So we looked into Warun Mudra last time. It's a simple mudra. Your ring finger and the thumb touching each other, right? It's again kind of a circle you are making. Your tip of little finger is touching the tip of thumb. People use this in different, again, meditation, pranayam. But what is the impact? It impacts the water content in the body. It impacts your sacral chakra as well. Because little finger represents water element. Thumb is the fire element. So what's happening here? And what can we do? Normally, the mudras are touching whichever the two fingers or more, basically we are touching the tip, right? So in this case, the little and the thumb, you're just touching the tip. Touching means just touching, means we are not applying force, no pressure. If you piece a sheet of paper on it, you are just holding the paper. You're not pinching, because if you pinch too much or apply pressure too much, it will cause discomfort. By barely touching, what happens is at the tip of the fingers, there are a lot of nerves ending. These nerves are connected to different organs in our body. So different fingers have different sectors, and each sectors are connected to different organs or different systems. And that's the whole science behind it. Now, there could be three different possibilities. You're just touching, means thumb is touching the little finger. That's one, the way we do it. There could be another possibilities that thumb is under the little finger, means thumb is touching the base of the little finger, and then we are folding the little finger. That means my little finger is on top of my thumb. Or it could go the other way. My little finger could be under the thumb. That means my thumb is over little finger. Such a simple change, but you see the impact. When you are touching normally, like making a circle between the thumb and the little finger, or any finger along with the thumb, because thumb is common in different mudras, that's the normal, ideal, regular state. But suppose you want to increase the impact of particular element, then rather than touching the tip, you take your thumb and go to the base of that finger. In this case, it's the little finger. So if I take my thumb to the base of my little finger, I'm now increasing the power of that element. In this case, it is ring, the water. So I'm increasing water element in my body. If I fold that finger and bring thumb over that finger, I'm reducing that element, in this case, water. So I'm reducing water element. So just by changing, I can either increase the water in my body or decrease water in my body to a certain extent, of course, but I can impact the water content. That means if I'm feeling dehydrated, I want more water in my body. So I will bring the little finger on top of my thumb. Or in other words, my thumb will go under the little finger because I want to increase the power of that element, in this case, water, because I'm dehydrated. I want more water. So take the thumb to the base of the finger, bring that finger on top of thumb. So rather than just only touching, we change that. So you see, we totally changed. Now, what happens next? If you bring the thumb over the little finger, then what happens? That means your finger, in this case, water element, you are bringing under. So it is reducing, because in the case of diarrhea, frequent urination, you are losing water. You want to reduce. So what you are doing, you're reducing the impact of water element. You're increasing the heat, in this case, the thumb impact. So you are bringing the little finger under the thumb. Sometimes you may be traveling, sometimes there may be a situation, or sometime, just for a short time, you may be not feeling well and you may have the situation and you can use the mudra. So if you are flying and, you feel that, either you're not feeling well or whatever the situation may be, you can use these mudras to help you accordingly. Whether feeling dehydrated, then use the one way, which means the thumb goes under. But if you are having frequent urination or diarrhea kind of situation, you can use where the thumb is on top of the little finger to reduce that situation or the condition of the body. And without taking medicine, you can help yourself because there is no side effect of this. Yes, there are certain things that we have to keep in mind, that whenever we are using these kind of thing, you have to see that you do for the time, like the duration of the mudra, how many days you are doing, So if you are using for a specific increase or decrease, keep that in mind. Normal mudra is easy because when you're barely touching means it is just helping you in the normal functioning. Now, this mudra, as we have seen before, it is also linked to Swadhisthana chakra. Of course, you will have all those benefits when you do this, which we have seen in the previous session. So here what we are trying to do, showing you the difference it makes by going over or under. That means you can increase or decrease any element, and it is for every element, not just for ring finger or little finger, or it applies to all the fingers. Now, similarly, you see, because here you have little finger, which is water element, there is another one for kidney, which is called kidney mudra. Now, of course, these are English name based on the area it's impacting. So hence, you will find these names, but obviously when they were created, they were all based on the Sanskrit names. So here, not just little, but also you are having the basically the ring finger, little finger, both there. You are folding and touching the thumb. So in this case, your index and the middle finger is up. Your ring finger and the little finger, they are touching the thumb. So in this case, what is happening? Very naturally, now you know that because it is little finger touching the thumb, it will impact the water, and that's how it is related to kidney. On top of the water, the difference here is that even your ring finger is touching the thumb. So it has benefits, which goes up to, again, because of the running thing, whether you have running nose, watery eyes, the kidney means the water retention, but also the throat area and some other benefit that you get because of kidney. So when you're having these issues, you can look into that, okay, which one, and kidney mudra followed by Warun. When you're using it for your water, like we talk about dehydration or situation where you have diarrhea kind of thing. So yeah, you can use kidney mudra followed by Warun mudra. And in this way, you get all the benefit, and you see that this is not difficult. So this one is simple. Anyone can do, anywhere you can do, whether you're traveling at home, at work. If doing these things for 10 to 15 minutes really doesn't take time, doesn't take much effort. All you need is the wisdom. And that is the most important thing. So once you go in detail, you will be having 108 mudras. You will have lots and lots of mudras, but start with something basic and then keep experimenting with these variations. Variation means increasing some element, decreasing some element. And then what you do is you choose that which mudra can help you when. So, for example, same thing. Remember, when a mudra is over and under the thumb kind of thing. So if you have a situation where, sugar is an issue, means diabetic condition, cholesterol, weight loss. I mean, weight loss is one thing which many, many, many people are, kind of trying different things and all. Thyroid. So in those situations, you see, Surya Mudra is very helpful. Now, it is a simple thing in the sense of, again, doing this mudra, because ring finger, in this case, is used, which is the earth element. So what you're doing is you're taking your ring finger and then thumb. These are the two fingers used in this mudra. So what's happening? You want to reduce the weight. So you see how this mudra is done. The finger, which is ring finger, attached to earth element, it is under the thumb because you want to reduce weight. So masters who are trying all different things to reduce weight, this is another tool in your pocket. And all you are doing is bending it and ensuring your thumb is over the ring finger if you want to reduce weight. So don't keep doing this mudra forever, only when you're trying to reduce weight, because everything has to be in balance. Of course, your body will tell you what's happening or how you are, but you see how easy or simple it is. Now, we talked about Chin and Jnana Mudra. We talked about simple change, how it goes. We talked about how bringing the finger above and over makes a change. So what happens? And there may not be many people, but there are people who wants to gain weight. Here you're losing weight. So they will say, Surya is not for me. So you see, there is solution for everything in Ayurveda. So Aditi Mudra is the reverse impact of that. Now thumb is not on top, but it is going on the base of the ring finger. So when it goes at the base, what it does, it increases the power of that particular element. In this case, the earth element. Earth element means related to weight. So now you are not bending the ring finger, bringing it under, means thumb is over. Now thumb is at the base of the ring finger. So it will help those people who are trying to gain weight. Sometimes you see people are sneezing. Some people sneeze a lot. When they start sneezing, they will continue, many times. Toxins is one thing which, most of us are having issues, whether it is through your, environment, food, thoughts, all kind of things. This is one mudra which does help in removing toxins from the body. Less toxins in our body means your body is healthy, means your immune system is better or optimum. And once your immune system is better, you will be staying healthy. It's like some people, they fall sick very frequently. And this could be one thing which really helps. Now, this was how I can use a simple mechanism, whether thumb is over or under or just neutral. Touching the fingertip means neutral position. So you can go plus, minus, or neutral. Now, there is another mudra, Sandhi Mudra. What is the beauty here? This is one mudra as an example, which I would like to share, where both hands are not following the same logic. So far, what we have seen, whatever we are doing, whether a ring finger, little finger, index finger, both hands, we were making the same mudras, right? Whether it is ring, whether it is any of the mudra, Prithvi, doesn't matter. We were doing the same. In this case, left and right hand, they are different. If you see, on the right hand, it is Prithvi Mudra. But on the left, you have Akash. So what do you have on the right hand? You have the ring finger, which is connected to Muladhara. Whereas on the left, you have Akasha, is connected to throat chakra. So you'll have to practice so that you know which one is which. Don't reverse the hand. And this mudra is a combination of two different mudras. Of course, you do it at the same time. And it helps in the space element. And what it does is your joints. You see, arthritis is one condition which is becoming very, very common. We have cartilages which are found around each joint that we have. And it really helps, this mudra helps in keeping the cartilages healthy. If that is the case, your joints will be healthy. Otherwise, the space element, which is the gap between, the joint, the cartilage, and all those things, when that changes, we start having pain, we suffer, like we say, arthritis is an example of that. So such mudras are also there where your left and the right hand do not do the same combination of fingers. They are different, yet together it makes one mudra. And you get totally different benefit. Let's look into a mudra which is related to your, like energy level, vitality, question about your immune system, question about your in general health, in general, that you say, like we were talking about, there are some people fall sick very easily. So if you stay strong, how do you stay strong, healthy? By cutting down your stress, cutting down your anxiety level. So when you are under stress, two things get impacted. Your immune system goes down, your digestive system goes down. You fall sick very frequently. This one will boost the energy level, the vitality. It increases your memory, your concentration. It is cutting down the stress. So other things, good things going up, bad thing going down. It's called Linga Mudra, such a simple mudra. All you are doing is simple. Such a simple thing to do. Don't clasp your fingers too tight that it hurts. You may not want to do this in summer because it does generate heat in the body. So if it is a very hot, like certain places, temperature goes 40 to 50 degrees, and don't keep doing it. Do it for a short duration. Whether you do for 5 minutes, 7 minutes, but for a cold climate places like North America and all, it's extremely good. You can do 2-3 times a day, whether you are at work or commuting. And also, you see, you don't need that, oh my God, I don't have time. When will I find time to do all this? You're watching TV or whatever, just, of course, when you do any of these mudras, try to be in the moment. Means I won't suggest watching TV and doing this. That's not what I mean. What I mean is there is always 5-10 minutes. Commuting, again, just close your eyes if you can. I mean, you're not driving, of course. You're just commuting, whether you're taking a train, bus, flight, whatever. You can just sit and just be in this, if not meditative, but at least in the moment mode. So pregnant women should avoid, or people with high BP should avoid this mudra. So basically, when you do this, try to learn from a practitioner, from a guru. Go into the details of do and don'ts, because the idea here is we want to bring you the wisdom. The idea is that you are aware such thing exists. And once you are aware, once you keep doing practice, it will go. It will go a long way. Initially, you may say, oh, I'm doing my chin mudra, simple mudra, chin mudra, and I cannot keep the remaining 3 fingers, or, depending on which other mudra you are doing, you will say, hey, my other fingers are going all over the place, like we do on Lom Vilom, right? We try to keep the remaining finger joint and straight up like this. And we say, oh, sometimes it goes sideways or they're not together. That's okay. You start with what you have, and slowly it will fall in place. Any posture, whether when you do the yoga, when you do mudra, the fingers may go different ways. Be mindful of that and slowly work on that. You will find that you are able to hold the mudra in the right posture for a longer time properly. So this will help you in overcoming a lot of health issues, a lot of, our psychosomatic issues, because it doesn't matter if it is physical, mental, emotional, these things does impact us. And if you have such a simple solution, then why not? So masters, we'll take any question that you may have here.